Hello students, in this video I will be discussing about the mechanism of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis takes place in the organelle chloroplast in the plants, and this photosynthesis involves two types of reactions, light reaction and dark reaction. Light reaction takes place in thylakoids and dark reaction takes place in stroma. Let us see in the diagram the structure of thylakoid and stroma. This is the internal structure of chloroplast. This is outer membrane. This one is inner membrane. The empty space here in this structure is stroma. Stroma is filled with a jelly-like fluid. This small coin-like structure, which is a membrane-bound structure, this one single piece is called grana, which is filled with the fluid. And 4 to 5 granas are stacked on each other. This entire stack is called as thylakoid. The membrane of this thylakoid contains the chlorophyll pigment. Here I have shown in the dots. The membrane of this thylakoid contains the chlorophyll pigments. And these thylakoid units are joined by the stroma lamella. So they are connected internally. This is internal structure of chloroplast. Now the light reaction takes place in thylakoid. Means in this pile of grana there is a light reaction, because here there is chlorophyll pigment inside their membrane. And in the stroma, in the empty space, in the jelly-like structure, the dark reaction takes place because there is no chlorophyll pigment in the space. The chlorophyll pigment is there only in this thylakoid. Now let us understand further. Light reaction taking place in thylakoid, and this light reaction has two phases, non-cyclic photophosphorylation and cyclic photophosphorylation. And dark reaction which taking place in the stroma, in this stroma the energy is used. The energy which is produced here is used up and carbohydrate is produced in the stroma. Now let us understand this term photophosphorylation. Photo means light, phospho means phosphorus, relation means addition. Addition of phosphorus group in the presence of light, that is photophosphorylation. Now let us understand the detailed structure we have understood. Let us understand how the membrane of thylakoid work. Chlorophyll pigment is there in the lipid part of the membrane of thylakoid. This chlorophyll is a fat soluble pigment, and the thylakoid membrane contains all the enzymes which are required for the light reaction of photosynthesis. The stroma, the free space, contains jelly-like structure, and the enzymes which it contains, they carry out dark reactions. Now this is very important question asked in the exam. What is the source of oxygen, CO2 or H2O? We know the equation of photosynthesis is 6CO2 plus 6H2O in the presence of light and chlorophyll gives carbohydrate and 6 oxygen molecule. This 6 oxygen molecule is derived from CO2 or H2O. That is the question. So the experiment was done by Van Niel, and he proved that the oxygen which is given out as a byproduct of photosynthesis is coming from water. How he did this experiment? Let us see that. In his experiment, he used a rare isotope of oxygen, O18, and he labeled that with the water. So the water contained H2O. O was a isotope, O18. Now, the he watered this water to the plant. So 6 CO2 plus 12 H2O, this oxygen gives the carbohydrate, and 6 oxygen, which was a labeled oxygen, and water. So he proved that the oxygen which is coming out as a byproduct was coming out from the water, was being released from the water molecule. And the oxygen of the CO2, carbon dioxide, was being used up in making of carbohydrate molecules. So I hope this is the basic outline and idea of the photosynthesis. In next videos, I will be discussing in detail about the light reactions, cyclic and non-cyclic photophosphorylation, and dark reactions.